Peace, love, and light, soul tribe. Welcome to my vibe. I'm the inner path shaman, an intuitive psychic channeler, and a generational curse breaker with a message for light workers, for star seeds, for chosen ones, for anyone on their soul's evolutionary journey. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you to get some answers, some clarity, some illumination from the Most High Mother and Father God, your angels, your ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest love and light. Today's message is NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light. NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light. So before getting into the message, I would like to give a warm welcome to anyone listening that considers themselves to be a black cat, a black sheep, or a scapegoat. Basically, you're someone that has been ostracized, you've been bullied, you've been smear campaigned, you've been overstepped, all because you carry a special light and special gifts within your soul. You might know that light as the light of God, or the light of the universe, or the light of Christ, or the light of creation, or the light of truth, or the light of life, whichever resonates with you. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you to heal from that trauma, to close up the toxic karmic cycles, to break the generational curses, and be able to continue on or embark on your soul's evolutionary journey, which is also the expansion of that inner light. So welcome. If you're listening for the first time, do hit that subscribe button, and for notifications, select all so that you're notified every time I post an update. I would also like to give a warm welcome to my newest subscribers, both in the spirit and in the physical realms. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the 5D vibe. I would also like to welcome back my OGs, my day ones, both in the spirit and in the physical realms. Welcome back to another update, and thank you for rocking with me this far. Most importantly, I would like to thank you all, my soul tribe, worldwide, universe-wide, for the positive vibes, the positive feedback, and the stories that you share with me through the spirit realm, energetically, vibrationally, or through the comments. I really appreciate hearing back from you, because you motivate me to do what I do every day, which is to bring messages of healing, messages of illumination, messages of guidance for my soul tribe, for the collective of light, for the world, from the higher realms. It's my honor to be that vessel, and I love you all. Last but not least, I would also like to express gratitude for the opposing forces that I encounter on this journey. The haters of light, the haters of life, the dark forces, because through the contrast of their darkness towards my inner light, they have shown me just how powerful this light can be, and that it must stay on at all times. I'm especially thankful that I can now share that light with my soul tribe, with the collective of light, with the world. I really appreciate that input on this journey. So let's get into the message through tarot. And before diving right in, I want to remind everyone that these messages are timeless. So when you hear the message, that's when your soul is ready to receive it. Also, the messages are collective in nature, so only take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. If the message resonates with you today and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, if the message resonates with you today, please like, share, subscribe to help others find this healing and illuminating message as well. Also, if the message resonates with you today and you would like to unblock, boost, or activate your heart chakra, especially for the multi-dimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, add green hearts to the comments. By adding green hearts to the comments, you animate Most High Mother and Father God, or Source, or the universe to optimize your heart chakra with the 528 Hz frequency, which is the frequency of healing, the frequency of God, the frequency of DNA repair, the frequency of love. So feel free to add as many green hearts as you are divinely inspired to. And let's get into the message. So today's message is another message with regards to NPCs, non-playable characters, entities that are just existing on the path of chosen ones, light workers, star seeds, with no role really, just for the sole purpose of harvesting and siphoning the energy, the life force out of light bearers. So if you're hearing this message, most likely you are dealing with NPCs, or you have dealt with NPCs, and as a matter of fact, I'm actually feeling energetic disturbances confirming that there is the presence of NPCs on the journey, even at a collective level, because as Mother Earth continues the shift from 3D to 5D consciousness, there's a process of shedding that's taking place. There's a process of chosen ones at an individual level releasing things, places, people, situations that no longer resonate with them. And of course, when more than one individual is doing it, it becomes a collective event, it becomes a collective energy. So at a collective level, there is that shedding that is taking place, meaning that there are entities that are now falling obsolete or becoming obsolete on the path of light, just because the light is now also expanding on the planet Earth, the light of God, the light of Christ, the light of the universe, the light of Source. The light is expanding. So as that happens, a lot of illumination is taking place, a lot of closure is also taking place. Toxic cycles are being closed out, and of course that means that entities that have been involved in creating those toxic cycles, instigating those toxic cycles, are being rendered obsolete, are being rendered useless, are being rendered extinct. They are actually on the path of becoming extinct because they refuse to grow, they refuse to heal, they refuse to change, they refuse to to transform from dark to light. They don't carry any light energy or light frequencies at all. They are dark forces, and by dark forces I mean covert narcissists, psychic vampires, energy vampires, bullies, trolls, shadow entities, draconians, reptilians, soulless beings, psychic vampires, energy vampires. The list is much more extensive than what I typically mention. We are dating someone that has dealt with at least one of those types of entities on your path. If that's you, then this message definitely is for you. And to that, of course, add NPCs, because they're soulless beings, they're empty vessels, they're entities that do not carry any life force energy. That's why they have that inherent need to siphon it from another source, from another soul that is carrying that energy, such as yourself hearing this message. So let's get into this message through tarot. And remember, these messages are for self-awareness, for your self-awareness, for you to be aware of who you really are, who you incarnated to be, what your soul's blueprint is, what your soul's energy is, so that you don't fall for these NPCs, because they're really not playing a role. They are just siphoning and harvesting energy. That's it. They're not there to teach you any lessons. They're not there to, you're not gaining anything from their existence on your timeline. I'll be updating someone that has watched or someone that needs to watch a recent message on the channel library titled "Ignore Them Off Your Timeline," or take it if it resonates and leave the rest. I could also be updating someone that has watched or someone that needs to watch a past message in the channel library titled "Spot an NPC." So yeah, they're not playing a role, and you need to be self-aware, aware of who you really are, because NPCs do create generational curses, hexes, spells, for them to be able to target that specific brand of your magic they do it through illusions, through trickery, through curses, hexes, and spells. Because what curses, hexes, spells do is they keep a chosen one, a light worker, a star seed, bound or stuck in a fake or a false reality that is governed by, of course, the parameters of that curse and the creator of the curse. They are the ones that are in charge of that reality, and not, the soul, the victim that is being entrapped by that. So self-awareness helps you to stay out of those traps, and of course to stay on your path, your trajectory, your soul's blueprint, which is what you incarnated to be, not any other conjured up or deconstructed or narrowed down version of you, or even a fictitious version of you, a non-existent version of you, that's simply meant to just disempower you, to literally like unlock you for dark forces to siphon their energy, your energy at will. So self-awareness helps you to stay on track with who you are, helps you to remember who you are, and also to stay in the present moment and to remember yourself in the present moment, because dark forces are always casting amnesia spells. Like we are updating a generational curse breaker that is closing out on amnesia related generational curses, hexes, spells, or memory related generational curses, hexes, spells. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So yeah, they want you to forget who you are, and of course have in your consciousness the the BS construct that they have of you, the poor construct, the dummied down construct of you that they have in mind. That's what they want you to be conscious of. So that's why they're always sending you attacks to distract you, to make you doubt yourself, and of course stay trapped there while they're actually tapping into your gifts, tapping into your light. And today's message again is NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light. So that means you also have to protect your specific brand of energy or light. And that's what self-awareness does. It helps you to protect who you are, and of course to stay assertive and dominant on your path, on your journey of spiritual awakening, because it's your soul's destiny, it's your soul's blueprint, and it's therefore your soul's birthright for you to be on that path. And of course that's where you're the most powerful version of you, and you are also the most divinely protected, because that's where higher powers are mostly concentrated, and that's where higher powers, divine forces that you work with want you to be. Because remember, on the journey of spiritual awakening, you are co-creating with Most High Mother and Father God. And when dark forces put you in a straitjacket, put you in a maze, put you in a construct, they're actually taking you furthest away from divine forces. So let's get on to tarot and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on at this time. So first out is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is about creative opportunities and intuitive messages. So definitely you want to stay creative so that you can also tap into intuitive messages, because when you're creative, you are actually very powerfully connected to divine forces, divine frequencies, the realm of truth, life force energies, Most High Mother and Father God, your spirit team. So you're able to receive intuitive messages more powerfully and more clearly when you are creative. And of course, the Page of Cups also brings creative opportunities. So pay attention to creative opportunities. The Page of Cups is also the energy of a dreamer. I'll be updating someone that is activating or boosting or upgrading their gift of dreams. I could also be updating someone that's working with Ascended Master Joseph on this journey. If that's you, this message also is for you. So the Page of Cups is also the energy of happy surprises, because Cups is also your heart space, it's your emotional space. So let's see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on. Yeah, so the High Priestess energy is coming through, and this is picking up on Mother, Most High Mother God energy. High Priestess energy is also about being in your intuition, and also being in your subconscious. The High Priestess often takes deep dives into the subconscious mind to explore your feelings, and of course allow unresolved traumas from the past, deep-seated traumas to come to the surface, feelings to come to the surface for healing, closure, and release, because the High Priestess energy is also moon energy, and moon energy is also energy that governs your emotions. It's water energy, so it governs your emotions, your feelings, and moon energy is also the realm of truth. The moon is also the revealer of what's hidden in the dark. So as a High Priestess, that's actually what you do. You spend time exploring dark matters, you spend time in the darkness. I could also be updating someone that is also going through or has just gone through a dark night of the soul. And yes, dark nights of the soul do require you to be in that inner High Priestess energy or mode, because dark nights of the soul are connected with generational curses. That is how generational curses are triggered. They trigger dark nights of the soul. And of course, being in your High Priestess energy helps you to go deep within those triggers, those traumas, and of course diagnose yourself and heal yourself, and stay on top of things spiritually, because remember, these are spiritual messages. And of course the High Priestess energy is a spiritual energy, it's in the spirit realm, and of course you want to be able to mitigate anything in the spirit realm before it becomes an issue for you in the physical realm. So I could be updating someone that is going on a quest, a creative quest, and of course it's also boosting or upgrading your High Priestess energies. And at the same time, it's also to spot the NPCs on your timeline that are simply just there to tap into your specific brand of energy or light. I'd be updating someone that's working with the Egyptian High Priestess goddess Isis, or the Egyptian High Priestess goddess Bast or Bastet, or the Egyptian High Priestess goddess Sekhmet, or the Greek goddess Hecate, or the Greek goddess Athena. Take what resonates with your soul, and leave the rest. It could be a life path number 2 if you born the 2nd of a month. 2 is also the number of alignment. 2 is also the number of balance. So I could also be updating someone that is also going on a quest to balance yourself out, especially energetically, by taking back your energies from NPCs, by closing out on them, by closing yourself out as an energy source for them. You could be born the 2nd of a month, you could be born in February, you could be born February the 2nd. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So 5 of Cups is coming through, and 5 of Cups is the energy of moving on, of finding peace, and also forgiving yourself for any part that you played in those past traumas, because remember, the journey of spiritual awakening is also about holding yourself accountable, being true to yourself. So it means also judging yourself, but in a balanced way. That's why most time Mother God mentioned also the energy of number 2 being the energy of balance. So balancing yourself out by holding yourself accountable, and of course that's how you go on that journey of self-improvement, improving on where you've fallen short or improving on where you've made past mistakes. So 5 of Cups is about releasing those mistakes, releasing any regrets, releasing any things, places, people, situations that may also have been involved in you, being on that trajectory, and of course closing out those cycles, closing out those cups, because cups is your emotions, cups is your heart space, and of course moving on, because it's the energy of moving on. So bear in mind also that when you move on, the NPCs that you have been dealing with, they are also in the energy of regret. They have failed to tap into your energy, and of course they're feeling the energy of loss, the loss of you, especially if you're cutting out, if you're making cuts on your timeline, you're making cuts on your path. So bear in mind, when entities are in that state, they can be unhinged, they can be delusional, they can also be more aggressive in trying to latch on to you or to harvest your energy. The more that you close them out, the more they may actually be persistent and try. But this is the number 5 energy, which is the number of change. So remember that you yourself actually do carry the energy of change, and you're able to flip that dynamic as a high priestess, because in the spirit realm you actually rank very highly. You actually are on a throne as high priestess, and of course you are able to overturn any situation through your cups, through your emotions, your heart space, because your heart chakra is also the most powerful energy center in your chakra column. It sends and receives the most light codes. So you could be a life path number 5, you be born the 5th of a month, you be born in May, you be born May the 5th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Cinco de Mayo could also be significant to someone. So the moon card, the moon energy is coming through, just going hand in hand and confirming what was said earlier through the high priestess card. And of course, moon energy can also represent illusion, because remember, polarities do exist. So while moon energy is the energy of illumination, it's the energy of discovering or seeing what's hidden in the dark. Remember that the darkness also does exist. The moon is a celestial body that is most visible in the dark. So bear in mind that darkness may be present. And of course, we're talking NPCs in the message today. So the darkness of NPCs, the illusions of NPCs, the tricks, the smoke screens of NPCs may be present or are present even at a collective level, just because they're becoming more tricky, more that's the aggression the spirit was also mentioning. So it may not be physical aggressiveness, but spiritual aggressiveness, as in being more crafty, more sneaky in trying to tap into your energy. So so pay attention to incoming intuitive messages, pay attention to your subconscious mind, spend time in the spirit realm, to see which NPCs have incarnated on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light. You could resonate with the number 18. You could be born the 18th of a month. You could be born January the 8th or August the 1st. You'd be 81 years old. You'd be born 1918 or 1981. You'd be you could be 81 years old. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So justice is coming through. So you're definitely someone that carries the energy of justice, the energy of balance, balance coming through again, the energy of equality. And that means as a soul, you're always, trending towards maintaining yourself and keeping yourself in balance. And of course, this is now showing up as you going on a quest to do justice to yourself, to do justice to your energy by weeding out, by cutting out any NPCs, any non-playable characters on your journey that are simply there just siphoning your energy, especially if they are, connected with the ancient traumas, ancient generational cases, hexes, spells. It means that if it's an ancient trauma, for example, or an ancient generational curse, it means that it's still there, it exists. That's why it's being called a generational curse or a trauma, and it's waiting to be closed out on. So that's how you do justice to it, by doing a past life regression and with your spirit team, with the divine forces, most time Mother and Father God, and most time Mother God is coming through very strongly in the message today. And of course, closing out on that, that's how you do justice, that's how you achieve fairness for yourself. And of course, it also achieves balance in the universe, because the universe must balance. While it's good for you to move on in that Five of Cups energy, to move on away from things, places, people, situations that don't resonate with you, closure is very necessary. And how you get closure is usually through intuitive messages, through you being given puzzle pieces, information by by the higher powers, by divine forces, puzzle pieces that maybe will help you to close out a pattern, to maybe stop a habit, or to maybe move on to something else, or to maybe to do something differently other than what that pattern has been dictating to you. So that's what bringing justice to a situation, bringing justice to a matter is. You could be a life path number 11, you could be born the 11th of a month, you could be born in November, you could be born November the 11th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. If you're a life path number 11, you're also incarnated with a big earth mission, you're an ascended master, you're a visionary, you're a dreamer. I could also be updating someone that's working with ascended master Joseph on this journey. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. I could also be updating a Libra. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So yeah, I'll be updating someone that's working with the biblical ascended master Joseph, known for his gifts, the gift of dreams, and also the dream where he dreamt that he had a coat of many colors. So Queen of Wands is also coming through, and Queen of Wands is about being courageous and confident and staying determined on your path. That's who you really are. I'm updating someone that is really courageous, someone that also has a zest for life. You have, very, very powerful fire energy. I'm updating someone that's on fire and burst already. Came through earlier. I could also be updating someone that's working with Goddess Kali. If that's you, this message also is for you, the Hindu goddess of fire. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So the message for you from the Queen of Wands is also that NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light. And you yourself are a Queen of Wands. It means that you're a very powerful magician. You're also someone that is a very creative, because Wands is your creativity, Wands is your passion, Wands is your fire. So you're very much on fire, and it is that very fire, that creative fire, that spark in you, that the NPCs on your path have incarnated to siphon, to harvest, and to destroy, because they exist to steal, kill, and to destroy. So yeah, you're the Queen of Wands. You're definitely on a throne. You're very powerful. You're very highly ranking in the spirit realm. And of course, you're going on a quest, or you are on a quest. I'll be updating someone that already is on a quest. Ultimately, that's what the journey of spiritual awakening is anyway. The big picture of the journey of spiritual awakening is, releasing the NPCs on your timeline. So Four of Cups is coming through, and the Four of Cups is calling you to meditation, to contemplation, because that's how you also go on these journeys, on the past life regressions, and that's how you also then receive the intuitive messages that will help you to connect the dots and identify the NPCs that are after your specific brand of magic or light, because you can also besides closing off past cycles, you can also mitigate any future instances of your specific brand of light being harvested, especially when you become more self-aware. So you could be a life path number 4, you could be born the 4th of a month, you could be born in April, you could be born April the 4th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. I will be updating a Cancer. 4 is also the number of form and stability. So that means your specific form or your specific brand of energy or light is very stable energy, very stable light, and of course dark forces, NPCs, would be after that. And the world card is also coming through. It came out at the same time as the Four of Cups. So Cups is your emotions, remember, so it's also about staying stable in your emotional space, and that's who you are. You're very emotionally stable, and of course you're manifesting this world card because you are achieving something, you're accomplishing something on your journey, and as a generational curse breaker, you are definitely closing out on toxic cycles, or you're going on a quest to close out on toxic cycles, to accomplish, to achieve closure, and of course close out yourself as an energy source for NPCs. And what that does is it keeps them out of your world, it keeps them out of your accomplishments, and of course it helps you to now achieve higher states of happiness, and of course celebrating yourself, being in your own energy, being in your own world. You could resonate with a whole new world. I could be updating someone that has watched the Disney movie Aladdin. You could resonate with the character Aladdin. You could also resonate with the character Jasmine. You could also resonate with Aladdin's magic lamp. You could also resonate with the genie in the lamp. I could be updating someone that's dealing with an evil genie or a dark genie, an NPC genie on your path. If that's you, this message also is for you. You could also resonate with Aladdin's magic carpet. You could also resonate with the Cave of Wonders. This also carries, the world card carries the energy of Saturn, and Saturn is the energy of discipline. I could be updating someone that's also working with the Crown Mother Saturn. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. And I'm also picking up on the vibes. You could resonate with the biblical text, the book of Revelation, because some of the elements that are showing on the world card are also mentioned in the book of Revelation. So I could be updating someone that has recently read the book of Revelation, or someone that's going on a quest that involves the book of Revelation. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. You could be 21 years old, you could be born the 21st of a month, you could be born 1921 or 1912, you could be born February the 1st or January the 2nd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. Yeah, you're definitely manifesting big changes, manifesting the world card, manifesting these major arcanas on your path. The moon card, justice, the high priestess, the world card. And as a generational curse breaker, manifesting justice means that you're manifesting justice not only for yourself, but for your ancestry, for your bloodline, for your lineage, for others that have experienced any kind of unfairness or injustice the same way that you have it. Of course, you having conquered it, or you conquering it, also sets others free. So the death card is the last tarot card that is coming through for today's message. And death energy is the energy of endings. It's also the energies of transformation, beginnings. It's also the energy of metamorphosis. So dark night of the soul came through earlier. I could be updating someone that is going through a dark night of the soul, or someone that is ending a dark night of the soul. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. And of course, I could also be updating someone that is also seeing for yourself as you end the dark night of the soul, that the NPCs that have, you are seeing a pattern in the NPCs that have incarnated on your timeline. You are seeing that the common thread that runs through them is your specific energy or your specific brand of light. So I could be updating someone that is working with the Santa Muerte. I could also be updating someone that's working with Kali. I could also be updating someone that's working with the Grim Reaper. You could be born the 13th of a month, you could be born 1913, you could be born 1931, you could be 31 years old, you could be born January the 3rd or March the 1st. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So I'm bringing out the Escape the Matrix Oracle. This is my very own oracle deck that I downloaded from source, from the Most High Mother and Father God, the angels, the ancestors and spirit guides of the highest love and light. There are messages, there are activations. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. And if the message resonates with you and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances, through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you, to help others find it. So let's see what activations or messages are coming through the Escape the Matrix Oracle. So Drop the Hammer is coming through, and incidentally, we do have the justice energy through. I could be updating, coming through. I could be updating someone that's in the legal profession, the justice profession, works for the Justice Department in this lifetime or past lives. Take what resonates with your soul. A career in justice. I'm also hearing criminal justice. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. But dropping the hammer is what happens in the courtroom when the judge is ending the case, when the judge is delivering delivering the verdict. The judge drops the hammer to close out, to end the case, and to, of course, to free everyone into moving on and away from the case or the situation. That, so it's metaphoric. Taking it metaphorically, you are someone that is, you are a justice in the spirit realm. I could also be updating someone that's working with the Egyptian goddess of justice, goddess Ma'at. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. This could be an update from Ma'at herself, for someone in the message today. But yeah, so it's metaphoric. You are someone that is able to drop the hammer, especially if you're working with goddess Ma'at. You are able to achieve that Libra, that justice. Libra energy is justice energy. You are able to free yourself and, of course, release the NPCs. Drop the hammer on NPCs. Yeah, because they can be very clingy. They can be very persistent in wanting to stay on your timeline. So that's why you actually do need the drop the hammer activation, or the drop the hammer boost through the message, and of course through goddess Ma'at. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. If you're born the 10th of a month, if you're born in October, if you're born October the 10th, if that's you, this message definitely is for you. The double 10th could also resonate with someone. Yeah, I'm definitely also picking up on someone that's going on a quest to drop the hammer on NPCs. So blended is also coming through. So yeah, NPCs also seek to blend, to blend, to camouflage, or to chameleon themselves with you on your timeline, or to literally fade into the wall, so to speak, so that they can quietly feed or harvest on your energy. So I could be updating a generational curse breaker that is also going on a quest to to unpick, or to separate the pieces, or the moving pieces in a generational curse that have blended together, as a tactic by dark forces to to disillusion you, or to blur your vision, or to blind you. I could be updating a generational curse breaker that is also dealing with blinding spells. I could also be updating a generational curse breaker that is dealing with complex spells that are blended together, different kinds of spells working in tandem to work against you. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So you could be 36 years old, or they could be born 1936 or 1963. You could be 63 years old to be born March the 6th or June the 3rd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So innocent is coming through. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is being declared innocent in the spirit realm. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is also in a judgment day, or a judgment day for the ops type of situation. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that has received past activations from one of my decks, Judgment Day for the Orbs. And of course, you are being declared innocent in the spirit realm. I could also be updating someone that's dealing with a case, a physical matter in the physical realm. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Or your name could mean innocent. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. And for someone, spirit is also saying that your specific brand of energy or light is also the energy of innocence. And of course, dark forces like to blend with the energy of innocence to wash their darkness, or to clothe their darkness. So take it if it resonates and leave the rest. You could be 41 years old, you'll be born 1941 or 1914, you'll be born April the 1st or January the 4th. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. Framed is coming through. I'm definitely updating someone that has been framed, someone for whom a case has been created for you. It could be a criminal case in the spirit realm only, or even in the physical realm, or it could be a case of sorts, some type of case to bind you, to restrict, to trap your soul in a narrative, in a construct, while of course NPCs have the end goal to siphon your energy while you're framed, while you're constricted in that frame. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. You could be a life path number 3, could be born the 3rd of a month, could be born in March. You'll be born March the 3rd. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Unified field is also coming through. So I'm definitely updating a generational curse breaker that is achieving a state of unification within your own soul, a state of completely blending the polarities within your soul, balancing yourself out, and of course achieving this unified field at a collective level. It's also happening, it's also taking place as Mother Earth completes the shift from 3D to 5D consciousness, or from 3D to 5D Earth, or from the Piscean age to the age of Aquarius, or from, you know, from the darkness of the Piscean age, the age of enlightenment. Take it however it resonates and leave the rest. But at a collective level, light workers, star seeds, chosen ones are awakening to who they really are and turning on their lights. And of course, what that is doing is it is also amping up the collective unified field. The unified field is a force field of peace, love, and light, amongst other positive energies. So this could also be an activation for someone to access the unified field. Take it however it resonates and leave the rest. You could be 34 years old to be born 1934 or 1943. You could be 43 years old to be born March the 4th or April the 3rd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So judgment is in your favor. It's funny, I went into courtroom and justice my art, and here it is for you. It came through the justice card again, that judgment is in your favor. It's coming through the escape the matrix oracle again. Judgment is in your favor. So whatever this means for you, whether it's in the spirit realm only or whether you're dealing with a physical case, judgment is in your favor, and the energy of justice is also present. So that's a good thing. You could be born the 15th of a month, could be born 1915 or 1951. You could be 51 years old to be born January the 5th or May the 1st. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So live out your love is coming through, and hell yeah, because you're manifesting a new world, you're creating a new world for yourself. So live out your love. I could also be updating someone that already is living out your love, especially if you are taking off the NPCs, if you are cutting off the NPCs on your timeline and focusing, concentrating your energy to yourself. That is how you live out your love, because it means that you're putting yourself first. You could be 20 years old to be born the 20th of a month, to be born 1920. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Yeah, and NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand of energy or light to stop you from living out your love, because they exist to cast shade, to throw shade, and to to plunge chosen ones, light workers, star seeds into darkness. So when you start living your love, you actually allow yourself to embody more light and protect your specific brand of energy or light. Mountains of discovery is coming through. This means that you're definitely on a quest, you're on to something, or I'm updating someone that's going on a quest to discover mountains of information, mountains of closure. I'm also hearing, especially with regards to the NPCs that you've dealt with or the NPCs that you're dealing with. You could be 51 years old, to be born 1951, you could be born May 1st or January the 5th. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So new boundaries is coming through. So yeah, definitely how you cut off NPCs, happy reunion is at the bottom of the card, but I'm of the deck, but it slid out as I was trying to organize the deck back, to put it back down. So that could mean something to someone, happy reunion, but new boundaries is how when you create new boundaries, you actually release NPCs from your timeline, because you create boundaries that no longer include them. And it's also like vice versa. When you release NPCs of your timeline. You also set new boundaries because it's a new world for you, a new world where you're the master, a new world where you're the royalty, a new world where you're the one that sits on the throne. So yeah, you are dropping. This is really beautifully, this oracle has spoken. Drop the hammer is the opening message or activation for this oracle. The escape the matrix, and of course new boundaries is the closing one. So that means that when you drop the hammer, you are creating new boundaries. You're creating new boundaries, or you're going on a quest to drop the hammer to create new boundaries, especially when it comes to NPCs. So you could be 72 years old, you could be born 1972 or 1927, you could be 27 years old, you could be born July the 2nd or February the 7th. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So let's get into intuition activations or intuition oracle messages. If the message resonates with you today and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you to help others find it. Yeah, so I could also be updating someone that has also been dealing with attacks on your intuition and intuitive messages, especially through distortion by dark forces. That's what this message definitely is for you. So yeah, these are also intuition activations to help you to trust yourself more, because your intuition is also the voice of God inside you. So dark forces also like to distort that and interfere with your intuition. So body wisdom is the first activation coming through. Listen to your body's subtle cues. It holds the answers you seek. So listen to your body's subtle cues. That means that what you feel in your body is real. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that's dealing with self-doubt attacks by dark forces. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Listen to your body's subtle cues. So inner knowing is also coming through. So trust your inner wisdom. It will guide you on the right path. Trust your inner wisdom. It will guide you on the right path. So energetic sensitivity is also coming through. Your sensitivity to energy is your intuitive gift. Embrace it. I could also be updating a generational curse breaker whose sensitivity has been attacked, has been ridiculed by dark forces in the past. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. There are now NPCs. Because you're dropping the hammer, you're not stopping on this journey. You are continuing on your journey. You're setting new boundaries. And of course, you're embracing yourself, or you're being activated to embrace yourself with your sensitivity. I'll be updating an awakening empath. I could also be updating a Heyoka empath. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So empowered decisions is coming through. So yeah, when you cut off NPCs, you're also empowering yourself, and of course you make empowered decisions that work for you in your world and not the NPC world. So intuition empowers your decisions. Trust your inner compass. Trust your inner compass. So divine alignment is also coming through. Align with higher frequencies to enhance your intuitive senses. I'm also updating someone that's also going on a quest, on a journey, or you could already be on a quest, on a journey to, align with your divinity, to achieve or to attain divine alignment, because that's also the world card is the energy of achievement of or accomplishment. So I could also be updating someone that already is now in your divine alignment, especially if you're dealing with or doing away with any NPCs that may still be lingering on your path. Hidden truth is coming through. You're definitely on a quest to discover mountains of hidden truths. I'm hearing your intuition is revealing hidden truths. Stay aware. Stay aware. Remember, the inner path shaman's messages are about self-awareness. So stay aware. Your intuition is revealing hidden truths. Yeah, and dark forces, when you are tapping into and discovering hidden truths, especially where they've been hiding, they often like to throw curveballs. They often like to attack in a big way, in self-doubt, and trying to get you away, move you away from, touching on that truth and blowing their cover or peeling back their cover. Angelic whisper is also coming through. So the angels whisper through your intuition. Pay attention. So listen for that angelic whisper. I could also be updating an incarnated angel. If that's you, this message is for you, an earth angel. Sacred space is also coming through. So create a sacred space to allow your intuition to flow freely. So create a sacred space to allow your intuition to flow freely, because in a sacred space, it's harder for dark forces to come in and dominate and possibly hijack your intuition, because in your sacred space, first of all, you're in divine alignment with the higher powers, and of course, you're in a different mindset, you're in a different state, which cannot be easily, distracted into a rabbit hole that takes you away from, listening to your intuition, or allowing your intuition to flow. Intuition flows freely in a sacred space. So wisdom of the heart is also coming through. Spirit already mentioned cups earlier. The heart's wisdom speaks through intuition. Listen closely. This could also be a clairsentience activation boost or upgrade through the message today. Take it if it resonates. So let's move on with more oracle messages. Let's tap into consciousness oracle messages and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on. If the message is resonating with you today and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you, to help others find the message. And if you would like to unblock, boost, or activate your heart chakra, especially for the multi-dimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, and green hearts to the comments. So find your bliss is coming through. So once you identify and weed out any NPCs, tapping into your brand of energy or light, you also find your bliss, because they're also there to block your bliss. So this is a quest for someone to, you know, you find your bliss, and yeah, find your bliss exactly. You could be born the 15th of a month, be born 1915 or 1951, you could be 51 years old, you could be born January 5th or May 1st. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So moon goddess is also coming through, and here we also have the high priestess energy, and of course the moon goddesses announced themselves earlier. So this could be a call for you to work with the moon goddess if you're not already, to help you to awaken your intuition, and of course to navigate the spirit realm and identify any NPCs that are simply just tapping into your energy or your light, you know, with the intention to deplete you and to diminish you. So you could be 41 years old, you'd be born 1941, you'd be born 1914, you'd be born the 14th of a month, you'd be born April 1st or January the 4th. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. Fire elemental is coming through. I could be updating a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. We're also in the age of Aquarius. It's also known as the age of air and fire. And of course, that means that it doesn't matter what your zodiac is, but in the age of Aquarius, you do need to work with the element of fire, because it means that dark forces are using the element of fire to attack chosen ones, light workers, and star seeds. So this is also a fire activation for someone. I could also be updating a fire shaman if that's you, or a fire bender if that's you. This message definitely is for you. So you could be born the 14th of a month. Yeah, and I'm really picking up on strong, powerful Kali goddess vibes. I'll be updating someone that's working with the fire goddess Kali. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. And you could be born January the 4th. You could be born April the 1st. You could be born 1914. I think those dates came through earlier. You could be born 1940. Yeah, they just, yeah, it's like they're mirroring each other right next to each other. So I'm updating someone that's also dealing with mirror magic, or closing out generational curses, hexes, spells that have involved mirror magic. If that's what this message is for you, or someone is discovering through the message today that NPCs have done mirror magic on you to siphon your specific brand of energy or light. So Earth Angel is also coming through, and I could be updating an Earth sign spirit already mentioned, incarnated angel, and here's the confirmation. I'm updating an Earth Angel. So you incarnated with a big Earth mission to help the collective to evolve, to help the collective transcend from 3D to 5D consciousness, or 3D to 5D Earth, which can be a very challenging evolutionary process. And you yourself, as an incarnated angel, you're someone that is ascended. In your ascension, that means that you have higher levels of consciousness and are able to walk others through it. That's who you are as an Earth Angel. So that's also how you are, you know, guided to release the NPCs, or you're being guided to release the NPCs, because your light is needed, you know, by your collective of light, and not by NPCs that simply are just there to siphon it and to deplete it. Because when you are part of the collective of light, you could resonate with the concept of fire. Actually, we have fire in the message. Fire, the way fire energy works is that the more wood you add to the fire, the brighter the fire becomes, the more powerful it becomes. So it means that those incremental pieces of wood that are in the fire come in to boost the fire, and the whole big blaze then gives each one of those individual logs or pieces of wood, they have different, like the energy is boosted. So it's like collective power. At an individual level, the pieces of wood end up actually emitting more energy or more fire, if you will, just because they are in a fire with other logs. It's different, the kind of fire that one piece of wood can produce on its own versus a piece of wood that's in a fire with other logs. So yeah, so when you join other logs, other light beings, other fire beings such as yourself, and are part of a larger blaze, a bigger blaze, a unified field, you actually serve yourself better on the journey of spiritual awakening than being surrounded by NPCs that are simply trying to put that fire out. Because if they are siphoning your energy, they're taking away from the fire and not putting back the same way that other beings of light would actually resonate or vibe with you. So let's continue with more oracle messages and see what else most time Mother and Father God would like you to focus on. You could be 34 years old, you could be born 1934 or 1943, you could be 43 years old, you could be born March the 4th or April the 3rd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So embrace change is coming through. I'm also updating someone that already embraces change, or someone that's ready to change, to improve. And that's what the journey of spiritual awakening is anyway. You change who you incarnated as. You change from who you incarnated as to who you incarnated to be, because there's a difference. If you incarnated in the Piscean age, you incarnated through a veil of forgetfulness that had you forget who you really are, and of course you are awakening spiritually to who you are, and of course you embrace, you welcome that change. So you could be born the 31st of a month, you could be born 1931, you could be born 1913, you could be born March 1st or January 3rd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So transformation is coming through. So this is definitely major transformation for you. I'd be updating someone that's working with the goddess, the Greek goddess of wisdom, goddess Athena. There's owl energy here. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. I'd be updating someone that's Greek in this lifetime or past lives, but you are going through significant transformation just by releasing NPCs on your path or on your timeline, because they can actually take up significant chunks of energy or amounts of energy left unattended, because they like to feed quietly, they like to siphon and harvest energy quietly. That's why blended is showing up. They like to blend with you, they like to blend with your aura, they like to blend with your energetic environment. So that's why you have to be on the alert for that. And at the same time that transformation came out, it fell at the same integration fell out at the same time. There's also flower of life imagery here. You could resonate with the flower of life, but the flower of life is a sacred concept of how, for example, when you want to talk about energy, for example, if you start with a small seed, when you follow when you think in terms of the flower of life, that small seed can flower into or blossom into something, right? So The same thing with NPCs being on your timeline, left unattended. They can flower into something that you really do not desire on on your path, because they're simply there for your specific brand of energy or light and for nothing else. So it's important to integrate yourself, because it's the energy of integration that's coming through. It's important to integrate yourself. When you're integrated, when you're unified within yourself, it's really difficult to tear you down or to tear you apart. And NPCs are really good at that, tearing someone down, tearing them apart, so that they can break in and enter and harvest your energy. So staying integrated is also a way of keeping and maintaining those new boundaries and being in your inner power and inner strength and in your authority in your world. So you could be 44 years old, you could be born 1944, you could be born April the 4th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So movement meditation is coming through. So this is an activation for you to stay, to stay in movement, especially if you're going through integration, if you're going through soul integration and transformation. Fire energy can also be indicative of Kundalini awakening. So you want to make sure that you stay in motion to allow those energies to flow through you. So I can be updating someone that's going through a Kundalini awakening. If that's what this message is for you. Yeah, NPCs can also trigger Kundalini awakenings, because Kundalini awakenings often come with, chaos, with challenge, with upheaval. And of course, that's what then triggers the fire, the Kundalini fire, to purify you, to help you to purge and to heal you, and of course transform you in the process. So you want to make sure that you stay in motion, you stay meditative while you're moving, so that if you're dealing especially with negative energies, devil energies are also negative fire energies, and they can be hidden in NPCs. You want to make sure that those energies burn through, or they go right through. So you could be 32 years old, you be born 1932, you be born 1923, or be 23 years old, you be born March the 2nd or February the 3rd. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So the last oracle card I'm pulling for today's message is Celebrate Life. So yeah, when you deal with the NPCs and release them on your timeline, you can also celebrate life. I could also be updating someone that is now celebrating, releasing. You have finally, remember these messages are past, present, or future. So I could be updating someone that is also now released the NPCs that have been on your timeline for your brand of energy or light. You have successfully released them, and of course you can now celebrate your life, celebrate in your new world, because you are the one that's in charge, you are the boss, you have been victorious. Congratulations if that's you. And there could also be animal activations or activations for someone to access the ancestor realm through the message today. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So animal DNA resonate with the bald eagle, there's the hummingbird as well, there's the leopard, there's the wolf. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. You will be 43 years old, you will be born 1943 or 1934, you will be 34 years old, you will be born April 3rd or March the 4th. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So I'm going to close this part of the message. I hope it has brought someone some healing, some clarity, some illumination. If you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you, to help others find it. And if you would like to unblock, boost, or activate your heart chakra, and be enhanced the comments. So I'm going to wrap it up now with angel answers. For anyone that has a question for your angel or angels, and you would like to hear from them, or you would like them to reply through this oracle, now is the time. Please think of your question as I shuffle the cards. Angels, what is the angel answer for my soul tribe? What is the angel answer for my soul tribe? So big happy changes is coming through. So if your question resonates with this angel answer, then that is your angel answer. But in keeping with today's message, NPCs incarnate on your timeline for your specific brand or of energy or light. But since you're someone that's on a quest, or someone that's transforming from being harvested by NPCs, you're also manifesting big happy changes as you release those NPCs from your timeline. I'll be updating someone that is watched, or someone that needs to watch a past message in the channel library titled Ignore Them Off Your Timeline. Rainbow energy is also coming through with big happy changes. I'll be updating a light warrior of the rainbow of the Hopi prophecy. You could recently have seen a rainbow or dreamt of a rainbow. The appearance or manifestation of a rainbow is also a synchronicity that symbolizes the fulfillment of God's promises over your life. So you're also manifesting the fulfillment of God's promises over your life, especially when it comes to NPCs, especially if they have been sabotaging you, railroading you, or stand-stilling you, or deadlocking you. You're manifesting big happy changes. So that's all I have for you today, Soul Tribe. I'd like to take this opportunity to close this message and to wish everyone a beautiful day, living your best life. Until next time, one earth, one love, peace.